My name is Tiffiny Julian. My brand is Tiffiny Inc., and I am from Chicago, but I've been living in Georgia for the last 4 years. My business launched in 2016 while I was living in New York. In Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, holla. So I got into entrepreneurship kind of by accident. I was living in Chicago. I was putting myself through school, and when I was going to the Illinois Institute of Art, it was like every time I took a class, I kind of started to implement it and see, how I could make money. And so I started doing alterations and making custom garments for people, and using my cooking skills and things like that while I was living in Chicago. So I kind of became an entrepreneur around the time that I was 18. But honestly, as a little girl, I was always like in the kitchen or in my great grandmother's stuff, mixing up her lotions and being like, Grandma, I made you a new better lotion. Try this. So I've always just been making things and trying to sell them, honestly, since I can remember. Yeah. But it became, I became true to entrepreneurship after working in corporate America for a long period of time. Yeah. So Tiffiny Inc. is a lifestyle brand, and it focuses on fashion along with well-being. We have a lot of different products and labels underneath Tiffiny Inc. I'll start off with TT Towels, which is one of our number one products. Basically, it's a microfiber towel that is made from the same materials that you would use to make a t-shirt, and lots of naturals, lots of curly girls with curly hair from all different backgrounds are using t-shirts. One day I just decided I didn't want to use a t-shirt anymore, and that's how TT Towels came to be. I also do body scrubs under TT Towels, and I also do milk bath under TT Towels. It's all about that skincare and just making you feel good. Then we also have Tiffy Pop, which is originally a summer only Tiffiny Inc. item, but it's an adult freeze pop, so it's going to get you a little libated. It's got some good spirit in it. It's always top shelf, and it's always made with organic materials. Super delicious. That's Tiffy Pop. Then I recently, in October, got my certificate for being a nail technician, and I got my certification for being a certified medical pedicurist. So with that, I opened Nail Alchemist Tiffany, where I do press-on nails. I also do manicures, pedicures, and things of that nature. I am a hair braider at Just for Girls Salon in Atlanta, and I also, in the wintertime, make pot pies, shrimp pot pie. I do a vegetarian pot pie and a normal chicken pot pie. I also refurbish furniture, and last but not least, I am a fashion designer. I can make clothes from scratch, and I do alterations for people. So I really do love to work with my hands. I am a jack of all trades, but I am a master of every last one that I choose to do, because that is one of the things that bothers me when someone says jack of all trades but master of none. Like, it's because you didn't take the time to become a master, but do not tell everybody else that they can't be a master because they choose to do everything they love. So Tiffiny Inc. is a lifestyle brand, and it focuses on fashion along with well-being. We have a lot of different products and labels underneath Tiffiny Inc. I'll start off with TT Towels, which is one of our number one products. Basically, it's a microfiber towel that is made from the same materials that you would use to make a t-shirt, and lots of naturals, lots of curly girls with curly hair from all different backgrounds are using t-shirts. One day I just decided I didn't want to use a t-shirt anymore, and that's how TT Towels came to be. I also do body scrubs under TT Towels, and I also do milk bath under TT Towels. It's all about that skincare and just making you feel good. Then we also have Tiffy Pop, which is originally a summer only Tiffiny Inc. item, but it's an adult freeze pop, so it's going to get you a little libated. It's got some good spirit in it. It's always top shelf, and it's always made with organic materials. Super delicious. That's Tiffy Pop. Then I recently, in October, got my certificate for being a nail technician, and I got my certification for being a certified medical pedicurist. So with that, I opened Nail Alchemist Tiffiny, where I do press-on nails. I also do manicures, pedicures, and things of that nature. I am a hair braider at Just for Girls Salon in Atlanta, and I also, in the wintertime, make pot pies, shrimp pot pie. I do a vegetarian pot pie and a normal chicken pot pie. I also refurbish furniture, and last but not least, I am a fashion designer. I can make clothes from scratch, and I do alterations for people. So I really do love to work with my hands. I am a jack of all trades, but I am a master of every last one that I choose to do, because that is one of the things that bothers me when someone says jack of all trades but master of none. Like, it's because you didn't take the time to become a master, but do not tell everybody else that they can't be a master because they choose to do everything they love. So I got into entrepreneurship pretty much my entire life. I have always been known to be in the kitchen or be in my great grandmother's lotions and perfumes, mixing stuff up, changing it up. I used to steal her silk pantyhose to make clothes for my Barbie dolls. I have been doing everybody's hair and makeup in my entire family ever since I was a little girl. And entrepreneurship just seemed to come honest to me. I'm a natural born leader. I'm a natural alpha. I like taking apart like knotted strings. What that translates to is I provide solutions easily, and I believe that that is a number one leadership skill. And in my career working in corporate America, I found it very hard to work underneath people who were not good at providing solutions. So that's when I realized that I was an entrepreneur at heart. In October, I left Carter's and I started working for myself, and I never looked back. So the way that I manage my time, it came through trial and error. 2020 was an amazing year for me. I know a lot of people did not like it, but I actually am thankful for 2020. And I was allowed to take every last one of my artistic abilities and I threw them on the wall to see what stuck. After seeing what stuck, to see what people were actually interested in receiving from me, it became an ideal of how do I manage my time, because I am doing a lot of things and everything that I do is handmade. So I built in a 7-day turn time. Most things that you get from me take about a week, and each day of that 7-day turn time has a specific idea that I'm supposed to do. I'll take Tiffy Pop as an example. So day one is not the day you place your order. Day one is the day after you place your order, full 24 hours later. Day one consists of just printing all of the Tiffy Pop labels and putting them onto the sleeves and making sure that I have the inventory to complete your Tiffy Pop order. Day two looks like me making simple syrups all day. And depending on what Tiffy Pop you order, I take that back. Day one is me starting your infusion because it's made per order so that I can control the infusion rate. So it's different. If you're a custom client, it looks different than if you're an alterations client. But I've literally got it built in so that I give myself enough time. And in an 8-hour span, I might actually touch 8 different things. I will get up early or late and I will set my alarm, and my alarm will go off every hour to an hour and a half. And that means it's time to change up no matter what you're doing, where you're at with that one project. Mark it, get it together, clean it up, move it out the way, and you got to start on the next thing. And that's the only way to keep up with everything that I'm doing. I believe that I am able to work with my hands the way that I do because both of my parents were construction workers. They were both good with their hands. My mother actually used to work on some of the construction sites where we have some of the skyscrapers in Chicago, and my dad has owned his own construction company. My mom has made clothes. She's produced fashion shows, and my father and my mother can make things out of their head. And this is something that I realized that I could do once I actually started going to the Illinois Institute of Art in Chicago as a fashion designer. I noticed when I was taking my pattern making classes, I could look at a garment and see the pattern that needed to be made for it. And so it started this love of just working with my hands and just trying new things out. So then I tried refurbishing, and it just worked. Like, I hate to admit it or say it because I don't want to sound like I'm just big upping myself all the time, but there has not been one handmade project that I've tried creatively that the very first time it turned out like dope. So it's a gift from God. It's a gift from my parents. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to hone in on the gift with both of them because I feel like it would be more resound. But I'm ready and willing to do the work, and I find myself throwing myself into projects just so that I can learn more of how to work with my hands, giving myself more opportunities to, I don't know, paint wood or just really anything, that works with my hands. I just love art. I love nature, and I just like working with my hands. It's my peace. The basic tips that I have for people that are trying to start their own business is to know yourself and to do the work so that you can know your strengths and your weaknesses. And it's all right. We all have weaknesses. Now you need to find a crew or a squad to fill in the places where you're weak at. And be ready to barter. That's the best way to find a crew. Work with people that want to see the same things that you want to see in the world, and those are going to become your squad, your team, and you guys are going to make millions together. I mean, look at the music industry. Jay-Z knew Biggie and Tupac, and they all know each other. Everybody knows each other. Like, you can't take that for granted. That's how it happens. So squad is everything. I do have this quote that I would like to read you all. It's actually something that someone else posted on Instagram. The person who posted it, their name is Tinik Cab. I don't want to take from anyone. And the quote begins now. You can feel however way you want to feel about this statement, but the truth is, our goal is to not work, or to work on things that are not labor. There is no corporate or non-for-profit ladder interesting enough for me to climb anymore. You can't entice me with a higher salary if you're not giving me back my time. There are no stock options great enough that I will exchange for my time anymore. As James Baldwin once said, I have no dream job. I don't dream of labor. My goal is freedom, to work on our passions and still be able to eat, live good, and thrive. It is less about accumulating wealth to consume more things and more about reclaiming our time. Nothing about your job impresses me because I'm not impressed by work. Our ultimate goal is to get to a point where we control what we do every day. Our ultimate goal isn't to be seen or to be popular. It is to gain enough notoriety that we get to choose, because the ability to control your time is the ultimate luxury. Everything else is just icing on the cake. That's my philosophy. I love what I do, but what I love about it even more is that I'm able to do it in my own time, and I'm still able to eat and thrive and live good. I have a healthy mental lookout because I am an entrepreneur. That's what's important about entrepreneurship to me. You as an entrepreneur have to figure out what's important to you and make sure that you include that in the makeup of the brand that you're building, so that you don't look up one day and not like the job you've created for yourself. Yes, there are definitely some words I would like to share with the Black community. First of all, I want us to know that we are absolutely, positively amazing people, period, point blank. That's it. We are absolutely beautiful. Like, do you ever study us? Like, do you ever just sit on a park bench and watch us walk by? Like, we are amazing. We are beautiful. The skin kisses I'm sorry, the sun kisses our skin in such a way, the way that our hair reaches up into nature. Like, it, we are an amazing people. What's important that I would love to say to Black people is don't forget to always, always, always practice group economics, learn how to grow your own food, and learn how to protect you and your family. I'm not talking karate, I'm talking guns and bows and arrows. So just be resilient and know that everything that we deserve is coming for us, and it's our job to get ready. That's where we're at right now. It's all about us. It's all about moving together. Who cares what they do? We need to move together. They've done everything to keep us separate and apart, and together is how we make everything happen. Lay it all down, let it all go, work together, find you a squad that looks like you, find you a squad that loves like you, find you a squad that just wants the world to be a better place. Those are your people. Find your tribe and just do your thing. Be you. Be what you were created to be. Be ready to bring that to the table because it's time. It's time. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, let's go. You know, we saw 2020 showed us something about our money. It showed us something about ourselves, and it showed us something about how we can do things when we pull together. Go Big Blue, that's Georgia. And yeah, so just love on each other, group economics, learn to grow your own food, and learn how to protect you and your family. Bows and arrows. If you're trying to get in contact with us, you can find us on IG at Tiffiny Inc., which is TIFFINY_INC. TT Towels, TTEETOWELS, at Tiffy Pop, TIFFI_POP, or at Nail Alchemist Tiffany, which is nail_alchemist_Tiffany, TIFFINY. You can also email me at tiffany.julian at tiffanyinc.com. That again is tiffany.julian at tiffanyinc.com. And you can also find us on our Facebook pages of the same name, and that's at Tiffiny Inc. and at TT Towels, as well as at Nail Alchemist Tiffany and at Tiffy Pop. Our website is www.tiffanyinc.com, and all the Tiffany's that I've said are spelled TIFFINY. Thank my mom for that one. And lastly, I would like to tell you guys about a few things that are coming up for Tiffiny Inc. One thing is we'll be introducing new TT towel robes, so get ready for that. No more terry cloth robes rubbing on the back of your hair, snatching it all up and breaking it off. We also have a new group activity that I would like to get people involved in. Do you know how to crochet? Come on out. We're still working on the dates. Keep up with Tiffiny Inc. on IG to make sure you know when we're going to do this. But I would like to do a collective where we sit together, crochet some body scrubs, and make it so we can eradicate all of the plastic from the scrub and loofah section in the grocery store, right? Like, nobody really should be using that. It ends up in the landfills, it ends up in the oceans, and eventually it ends up back in our bodies because we ingest it at a microscopic level. So Tiffiny Inc. wants to partner with Parlay for the Oceans, as well as a few other brands that are all about ocean cleaning, and we want to donate the proceeds of creating those body scrubs to Parlay for the Ocean to help them continue to clean it, and to help them take the items that they're getting out of the ocean, turning them into threads that can then be turned into fabric that I, as a designer, can use to make dope garments out of. So that's the plan. Keep out for it. It's going to be the Crochet Collective. If you don't know how to crochet, show up anyway. We'll teach you.